Good morning, everyone, and a guten Erev Shabbos. An Erev Shabbos ago, I was in shul. It was around 15 minutes after sunset. A teenage boy walks in around 16, 17, and even though everyone was singing Lechadodi, he was davening Mincha of Friday. The father of the boy came up to me, all excited, and said, Baruch Hashem, my son still davens Mincha. Something not to be belittled, and I agree with the father 100%. However, the timing and the place he was doing it was totally in error, as I will explain. For three reasons. Number one, it was 15 minutes after Shkia. The Mishnah Berurah, amongst many poskim, say the cutoff time for Mincha is at Shkia. However, the Ramah does say that the cutoff time for Mincha is Tzeit HaKochavim. This was before Tzeit HaKochavim. So perhaps indeed, in terms of timing of Mincha, he was on semi-solid ground by relying on the Ramah. Number two, it wasn't just any day of the week, it was Friday night. On Friday night, we have a din of Tosefet Shabbat. Namely, Shabbat doesn't begin at nightfall. It doesn't even begin during twilight. It begins a few minutes before sunset. That might be a din d'oraisa, maybe d'Rabbanan on Friday night, but a din it is. And it's very questionable if after you accepted Shabbat, can you daven Mincha? According to many poskim, you shouldn't. You should daven Ma'ariv twice. But according to others, Tosefet Shabbat just means that you don't do malacha. You don't write down anything with a pen. You no longer put on electricity. You don't use your phone. But it is not yet Friday night. Namely, you accepted upon yourself the malachos, but you can't yet make kiddush until it's dark. So maybe, according to that, you can still daven mincha because you're not doing malacha, albeit it's not yet Friday night. It's still Friday day. However, questionable. But the third reason is more compelling than the other two, which, as I mentioned, has justification. The Shulchan Aruch paskins explicitly in Siman Reish Samech Gimel, Seif Tet Vav, and I quote, Mishi shahal yitpalel mincha be'erev Shabbat, ad shekiblu kahal Shabbat. If a person davening mincha after the congregation accepted Shabbos, and I believe today, with all the machlokeses around it, Lechadodi is pretty much acceptance of Shabbos in most congregations. Lo yitpalel mincha ba'oto beit knesset ela yelech chutz lo'oto beit knesset. You shouldn't daven mincha in that shul. Meaning, as long as you didn't accept Shabbos, you shouldn't daven mincha there. You should go outside. Everyone is already in Shabbos, and you're bringing in the mundane of Friday. And therefore, what this boy should have done is one of two things. Either daven Ma'ariv twice, according to many poskim, or, if you want to be mekel, that A, even after Shkia you can daven mincha, and B, even after Tosefet Shabbat you can daven mincha, then don't do it in that shul, do it outside. Namely, there's a certain thing that everyone's doing. Don't be totally a separatist and do exactly the opposite. Everyone's already in Shabbos. You shouldn't be bringing in Mincha. Wishing everyone a good Shabbos.